Hello, welcome to Riding Times on Revelator Alpha, a brand new series, just documenting a few of the rides. So today I'm on the Lambourne Downs, which is part of the Berkshire Downs in West Berkshire. Just for mapping reference, it's between junction 14 and 15 of the M4 on the north side of the M4 in the area of Lambourne. Big horse racing country around here, lots of gallops, lots of training stables, that kind of thing, but also lots of byways and trails to ride. Now I've ridden a few of them, but some I haven't ridden. So the plan today is to ride all of them in this general area. I'll put a map up for you as well, so you can go and check them out for yourselves. Okay, so it's going to be a mixture of actual sort of track riding, as it were, sort of farm track riding, and then some of the I'm expecting some trails and some rutted stuff as well. So it's going to be a bit tricky, quite a challenge, you know, on the Berkshire Downs as well. Probably, I wouldn't say the most challenging, but one of the most challenging in the country anyway. So if you want to test your bike and your riding skills, it's the place to come out, certainly. Anyway, catch you on the other side, and we'll see how we get on. Cheers. Okay, so here we go then. Getting onto the byways here. Right, now let's see where we get to here. So it's a glorious day. It's about just gone 9 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be an absolute scorcher today. 30-31 degrees. Not a lot of wind either, so it's going to be quite tough. Really, ideally, I'd like to attack these, you know, first thing in the morning. But it took me a little bit longer to get here. So I got some water with me. I'll be sipping along the way if I need to. And we'll just see how far we get. Okay, right, so there we go, byway. Yeah, I see the sign for it, so I'm on the right trail. I'm on the right track, as it were. And let's just come this way, so I've got a better view. Better. Right. Now there is a little fork in the track coming up, so I'm gonna. I've plotted it so I do a kind of a big loop, as it were. Well, this is nice, isn't it? So I've been on this bit before, but it's been a few years now actually. So lift my visor up a little bit. There we go. Get some air in. Okay, so here's a fork in the track. Right. Let's go this way. Hopefully you're picking it up okay on the camera. So we haven't had rain in a while now actually, so let's just see where we are with this. Okay, so you know my reservations with tall grass, so always and long grass, just masking everything. So just taking the centre track there, just see how it goes first of all. I'm going to take this track out. I mean, it's all relatively dry, so I'm banking it not being so rutted at the moment, but if it sort of continues to be so, then I might just take the middle track and see how we go. The problem is on the left hand side, the camera's going to get totally flaked out by the toys. Let me take the middle side. I'm going to try and make this better for the camera anyway, at least. Right, so you got really tall grass here on either side of the tyre. Let's just see where we are here. Yeah, so there we go. It's very pleasant this morning, I've got to say. Let me just tell you, for the camera's benefit, let me go on this trail here. It's not very deep, it just masked a little bit from the weeds, but it's actually the lesser of the two evils in terms of the actual getting a good view of the trail itself. And also I'm banking on that the camera, you're getting a better view on the camera as well. So anyway, we'll see. Best laid plans and all that. I usually go to Ruts, but there you go. Yeah, so it really is kind of, yeah, this is quite a deep rutted one there. Well, you can imagine what this would be like in the winter, in the autumn. It'd just be a complete nightmare, really. Yeah, the right hand side is kind of clipping there. That's why I'm really cautious here, the right hand side, because it's quite tall. The right handlebar sort of clip in the vegetation quite a lot. So I'm just very cautious that it might just catch the handlebar. I think what I'm going to do is actually just get back into the centre, and if I can, this is quite a rut here, and then just take it from there. See how far we go. We go quite far here. Yeah, you can see normally that's where the bikes would go. Let me just get into the centre here. Yeah, bit of rocks and there, just wanted to fling me left and right. I'm just seeing this. I'm as lucky kind of. I'm sort of going to take this. I wasn't expecting it actually to be so overgrown this early into the ride actually, but I did say it was going to be of a challenge today. I'd say luckily it's not deep ruts, or it's not wet right now, so you know it is sailing. But I can see even in this centre part there is it is in a rut. The front tyre does want to wobble left and right, so you're kind of having to work a little bit just to keep it there. There we go. Right, just want to adjust my mapping here. There we go. Yeah, so this is a big one. All right, okay, let's keep on going. So we haven't had rain in, I don't know actually. You can't lose track of it, eh? It's been well over it's got to be a month now, or certainly substantial rain anyway. No actual rain, not where I live anyway, for about 3 weeks at least. So yeah, there's some deep ruts here, that's for sure. Well, you can imagine what this will be like in the winter. It's one of those things you just keep on going. There we go. There we go. And I think actually somebody, a nice farmer, might have been through here and might have skimmed this at some point, the top bit, because it does seem to have been flattened out just a little bit on the right on the top bit there. But we'll see. Just get a good view of what's going on here. Yeah, I mean you can't really see my handlebars, but they are working a bit left and right just to keep the balance. It's an odd one because it's obviously you can see the big ruts and the big wheel marks and everything. That isn't really the issue. What becomes the issue is you kind of get slopes, you know, cambers, and quite severe, and they're changing all the time. So you're shifting your weight in your body all the time just to kind of counteract it, you know. So you kind of, how can I describe this? You're acting like a bit of a jellyfish, and that's the only way I can describe it really. You're constantly moving, your arms are constantly moving, your body's constantly moving, you know, constantly making that balance Just on the back brake here a little bit because it is very rocky here, and it's also downhill, and it's kind of loose underneath. Say never on the front brake here because you just come a cropper completely. Right, so this. Let's just see where I am now. Okay. I can't remember. So this will take me to Eastbury. So just for your mapping references here. And then I'll, kick on to Moor, and then I'll kick on to Lambourne and stuff like that afterwards. Okay. So let's just see where we are here. Yeah, so more of the long grass stuff. So again, back onto the very cautious, hyper cautious mode. Yeah. So what you can't see is that my front tyre is just hitting a mini rut wall, and it's sort of flinging me left and right. So it knocks your balance off really quite easily. And then the rear tyre, sometimes it'll want to follow the rut, and other times it won't. So you may pick it up occasionally that the bike seems to be, well, the camera seems to be pointing towards the side, the verge as it were, but the bike is still going in another direction. And that's because, the rear tyre is stuck in a rut, and it just won't, come out. Now, I keep on saying this, I'm still on road tyres as well. Well, they're kind of adventure on-road off-road tyres, but really they're road tyres. The knobble is you wouldn't sustain so much problems. However, just bear this in mind, this kind of stuff, I wouldn't say on the rutted stuff, go on any road bike, but you certainly can do it. I mean, it's not, it's not beyond the capability of it. But, any sort of flat tracks, oh yeah, you can definitely do that, it's not a problem. I'm just making sure I know where I'm sort of consulting the map at the same time. Nice. There we go. So keep on the high stuff here and then drop down onto the track in a minute. I mean, just look at this. This is lovely. Wow. What an amazing sight. And then the road, the terrain goes up, and then it goes, it's kind of, the downs are very undulating, up and down. It's lovely. Let's just see what it's like here. It's nice, and it's always nice and cooling beneath the trees, which is always welcome. Always welcome. So the rocks, fallen trees across the path. Okay, so pretty much at the end of the trail here, I think. There we go, so my next trail, yeah, so we're coming to the village of Eastbury now. And the next trail is a little bit further on, and I go up and then I go back up. So pretty much, I wouldn't say back up the way I came, but similar. I'm expecting similar kind of terrain on the way back. This is the next part of the loop. So now we're just coming on to the village of Eastbury. Just literally a short little ride on the black stuff to the next entrance to the byways. Yes, I've had to go around it, and So I'm going to rejoin it just about 100 meters, just a bit further up, and then we'll go from there. Right, okay, so there we go. Let's just see what that's we get to here. Oh, that's, yes, okay. Right, here we go. Into the stuff already. Well, this is quite a narrow byway. So this bit I had never been to before. So we'll just see how narrow it gets. It's only, you know, wide enough for the bike, of course. Nice little byway. I mean, I do like these sort of byways that are sort of flat, but narrow, you know, but they are, you got a good vision down them. You know, a little bit, I like it when it's a little bit loose on the front tyre as well. I mean, I do like that. I just don't like it when it gets a bit rutted or a bit narrow, that on the tyre, that is. You know, because that's when it kind of, and long grass, it just obscures it, so that's when you have to really sort of take it slow. However, this is really nice. This is a nice trail actually up here. You know, it's a byway, but I mean, blimey, you wouldn't get anything else up here, I wouldn't have thought. There we go. Right, so that's, yeah, byway up here, byway up here. Lovely. Alright, so I can see up ahead, there's a straight line, but there is long grass either side. I can already see there's a rut on my right hand side. You probably won't be able to pick it up, it's totally masked by the long grass and the vegetation, but the overhanging vegetation on the right hand side is obscuring a rut. So that's something you have to bear in mind up here. But actually, so far, this is, you know, this is just groovy riding. This is nice, very nice indeed. I like it. Right. So what I'll do, I'll just come to the end of this bit here. Stay on this bit. Gonna go downhill a little bit. Let's see where we get to. Yeah. Just let the engine just crawl me down here. Slightly different technique here, just don't let the engine race away. Just cover it a little bit, but you know, just let the engine idle and let it just take you down the hill. You don't always have to use the back brake, you know, you just have to control the revs, I should say, you know, there, a little bit back brake, bring the revs down a little bit. Okay, now it's getting steeper and I can feel it's a little looser as well. So I'm just, revs are coming up, so I'm just on the back brake a little bit. And that sort of stops the bike from snaking a little bit as well. There we go, let's just see, because that middle bit is a bit of a rut there, so I'm just going to just come to the right hand side a little bit here. I'm going to move on to the centre ground. Now we'll pull over in a minute just to check my mapping. Oh, this is a lovely spot, look at this, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice. Right, I think it's a perfect place to stop, don't you?